I grew up traveling in the backseat of my family's wood-paneled station wagon. Getting lost fills my soul. It's who I am. It's embedded in my DNA. I'm on a mission to explore and experience every country on the planet, visiting the craziest, most unique places and people in every corner of the world. I'm Jim Kitchen. Join the journey. All right, today I'm in the northwestern part of Africa, in Mauritania. Now, Morocco is to my north, Algeria is to my northeast, Mali is to the southeast, and Senegal is about 100 miles south of here. Now, this is an unusual place. We're maybe 10 miles from the Pacific Ocean. And what else? I'll tell you what else, the Sahara Desert. In fact, 90% of this country is covered by the mighty Sahara. Now, I know that all of you have heard of the Sahara Desert, but did you know that the Sahara is a whopping 8% of the world's total landmass? And that you could actually place the entire United States, the continental US, within the Sahara Desert and still have a few thousand square miles left over. Pretty cool, huh? This is an amazing place. The sand gets everywhere. It's in my eyes when I chomp my teeth. It's in my mouth. I've been walking some of these sand dunes and my shoes are full of sand, but it's a spectacular sight. I'm so conflicted about Mauritania because I had such a wonderful time in this place. Of all the countries I've visited, it is the poorest. And you'd be surprised to know that slavery is still a part of Mauritania's economy today. In 1905, the colonial French government declared an end to slavery in Mauritania. However, the country was so big, had so many factions, that this decree was not effective. So in 1981, Mauritania became the last country in the world to officially abolish slavery. However, there weren't any laws to enforce this ban, so slavery continued and continues even today. So in 2007, after international organizations and the media brought attention to this practice of slavery here in Mauritania, the government finally passed a law allowing slaveholders to be prosecuted. However, even though that law was passed, the number of slaves in the country has been estimated by the World Slavery Index to be about 1% of the population, or about 40,000 people. And the organization SOS Slavery, which is run by a former slave, estimates that number at 600,000, or 17% of the population. However, locals here insist there are no slaves in the capital of Nouakchott, just children of slaves working for former owners, and that anyone born after 1970 is not a slave. So regardless of who's correct or which number is right, let's assume it's somewhere in the middle. Mauritania still has the highest proportion of people in slavery of any country in the world, likely with tens of thousands of people either enslaved or functioning as indentured servants of some kind. The capital city has grown so rapidly, but the streets are made of mud and sand and trash lining the streets. It's appalling. There are dead goats and cows stinking up the towns, and seriously, it's the worst in Africa. The majority of the population has no running water. In fact, there's donkeys pulling water barrels through the city, and most people here don't have electricity. But despite it all, the people are incredibly friendly and hospitable, and the tour of the goat and camel farms were not to miss. I was on my way to the goat market and I saw this huge ram in the back of the truck, and it reminded me of Ramses at UNC. And then I tried my hand negotiating for a goat. And these things are so much more expensive than you could imagine. This guy started at $100, I started at 10, and we got nowhere.
It's so expensive.
$40. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to keep exploring and learning about the rest of the world. Join the journey.